Hello, everyone. How's it going? Any chance you can hear the air conditioning in the background? I hope you can't. I hope so, anyway. What's up? What's going on? Tell me about it. Hello, Dev. Hi. Give me a second here. Let me adjust a couple things. I'm doing some adjusting. Howdy, howdy. Hey, everyone. Okay. I think this should be fine. What's up? Phil Swift, years ago, is waiting on that kick video still. Oh yeah, this is not a morning stream, Titanium. I've just been very busy. Yeah, listen, I haven't done a weekly sip, I think, before the moving nonsense happened. I might have tried one somewhere in the middle, but yeah, hold on. Let me just look it up real quick. I'll check on my local NAS. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Anyone recognize the theme? Anyone recognize that music? Okay. Yeah, so I last did a full weekly sip on July 28th. And I did one on August 10th, but the power went out. And I think, yeah, I was basically offline and rebuilding my setup and getting everything set back up after August 15th. So, yeah. And I have not been around for a while, have I? At least not for weekly sips. How's it going, everyone? Silver Camaro, thanks for the $2. Dev's been busy making duty in his diaper. Fuck you. Terrace, thanks for the $5. What do you think of Rings of Power making the Orc Lives Matter meme real? I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen the memes. Dead stream? Is it dead? Stream's not dead. Don't you dare lie to me again. Where is Dev? I'm right here. I'm right here. I'm right here. Hi. Dev left us. No. Busy futzing about on Twitter at around noon to 2, bruh. Okay. Let me tell you guys a bit about my workflow. Okay? What's your opinion on crypto fascism? Bad. Okay. Here's my workflow, guys. Let's say that I'm researching something, and let's say that the research takes me to Twitter, right? Because there's always takes on Twitter that got to be gone over. Twitter is a good aggregator for some news articles. Sometimes, a personality says something on their Twitter account, so I'll be on Twitter to like getting information, right? And it's real work. It's real work. But also, while I'm there, I'll still reply to people who have pinged me, right? So, like, if I have, 15 Twitter tabs open and I'm going through things and I'm writing a script and I'm getting information, I still get notifications and I still reply to those notifications. So, believe it or not, if you watch my Twitter account and you see that, okay, first of all, if you see me not replying, then I'm just not on Twitter, okay? If you see me replying, every 30 seconds, that means that I'm on a Twitter binge, which is no good. It's no good. That hasn't happened in a while. If you see me replying, I reply once, and then I reply maybe 2 minutes later, then I reply 5 minutes later, then I reply 3 minutes later, 7 minutes later, I might reply 20 minutes later, that's usually because I'm writing. And basically, I'll write a bunch, I'll go to Twitter, get a source for the video, and then I'll reply to a comment or two, then I'll go back to writing again, right? And I go back and forth. Right? And that's usually you can tell what arc I'm on based on my Twitter posting. You know what I mean? Kevin PH, $5. Thanks very much, man. I just found out recently I'm the most leftist person on your Discord server. Really? Oh my god. Oh. Alexander Rawl for $5. No, Dev, not Final Fantasy VII. Time has come. Play Squirrel with a gun. The machine demands it. The content goblins require it. Feed us the game stream. Okay, I'll take a look at it. Yeah. I'll look at Squirrel with a gun, okay? I'll take a peek. It sounds funny. I'll put this over here for now. I had some statements on the Second Amendment statement yesterday. You are correct. The Founding Fathers designed the Second Amendment to overthrow the tyrannical government. Second Amendment people are just too cucked to say that out loud publicly. Of course they are. Fuck. It's so dumb. Some of the guys in the server were critiquing what makes up 50% of the women not having kids. How many are brainwashed compared to the legit don't wants and the cannot afford? Oh, were they? Well, what are their numbers? Hey, French Spice, what's up, man? He's alive. He's alive. Can you do class of 09? Possibly in this coming up month, in September sometime. We'll see. I want to clear out like Star Wars before Zelda starts, because there's a new Zelda game at the end of the month, and we're definitely playing that. Can only do next weekend. Okay, well, I'll see you then. I'll take a look, okay? Oh, coffee's good. Hey, Numer, what's up? Okay, listen, guys. I do appreciate those of you who have decided to tune in today, because I know this is not my usual time. You know, at this point, I might as well mod Zontar at this point, because he's definitely one of the ones. So yeah, like, I know that Dev's had a rocky summer. You know what I mean? You following what I'm putting down? Dev's had a rocky summer. There's been quite a few problems in the dev space recently. Controversy after controversy, you know, purged a bunch of people from my audience. Feel kind of bad about it, to be honest. But that's how it goes. And then also the fact that I had offline shit to deal with. Like, this has not been a great summer in the end. And you can definitely see it in my numbers, right? Like, the weekly SIP trends toward around 500, at least it did before. And right now we're at about 100, which is no good. Last time I did it, it got up to about 300. So there's definitely some people who are like, fuck this, I'm out. That's just how it is, I guess. When you have a controversy, that's how it is. But some of it is, you know, my fault. Some of it's not. I could have done things differently, for sure. But I think overall, despite the rocky road of getting here and some really dumb mistakes on my part, it's also because I'm late. Yes, as well, Titanium. It's also because I'm late. But it's also because, like, I don't think, looking back on it retrospectively, I'm not sure if I would have done too much differently. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I think so too, Zontar. I think the 300 is the normal. Yeah. The obese one's finally risen from his beastly slumber. Good to see you again, Dev. Thank you very much, Rana. I appreciate it. Man. Hey, Dev, if you aren't already, you should do a death of trust video on the lowering levels of common institutional trust in the West. That video, I've already recorded the first pass of it. It is being worked on. I have to, like, go over it, maybe do some editing to it, and then record a second pass where I want to add some things to it. So that video is still coming. But no, basically, like, the more that I've thought of it, and, like, you know, I have access to my metrics, okay? I know how many subs I gain and how many subs I lose per video. And I'm still on a very slow downward trend, right? Like, at this point, I might lose like 5 subs or 10 subs a video. Which means that, like, what happens is YouTube will send out a video to basically to your subscribers, and they click on it. And usually what happens is every time a YouTuber posts a video, some people unsub. Happens all the time. People are like, you know, I don't like this guy anymore. They unsub. However, usually the algorithm pushes that video to people who haven't seen your content yet. So most of the time, if your channel's growing, you'll lose a few subs as soon as you post a video, and then you'll gain more subs as the algorithm pushes it to new people. Hey, Megamet, what's up, man? Um, but if your channel's like on the decline, then you tend to lose more subs than you gain, right? And right now, I'm in that zone because of all the controversies that I have. More people are reminded that they're still subbed to me and they unsub versus YouTube pushing my content to new viewers. Do you know what I mean? So for example, I tend to gain about 3,000 subs a month, and I'm still gaining my 3,000 subs a month. It's just that I'm also losing about as many subs at the same time. So that's why the channel has now stabilized for the most part. Hold on. James Noblet says, Dev, why did you lie about Cory Comparator? I didn't. Sean King, $5. Thanks, man. Have you seen Tim Pool losing it over Ukraine invading Russia where he calls Ukraine evil? I have not, but that's fucking retarded. Man, Tim Pool, how dumb, how fucking stupid can you fucking be, dude? Okay, man. If you have that clip, Sean King, send it to me. I want to see. It's so dumb. So fucking retarded. Yeah, dude, Ukraine's just liberating Russia. Like, that's so dumb. Fucking. It's real. I've seen it. Can you DM it? Can you DM it to me? Can you DM it to me, Zontar? I want to see it. Kevin PH, $5. What do you think about Kamala Harris? I don't think I've heard you talk about her. She's way too far left for me. My ideal candidate, if we could have him, was like Joe Biden 30 years ago. Okay, Kamala's too far left for my tastes. I've seen her quotes about equity politics, and I've seen the dumb shit she said back in 2020 about Black Lives Matter and defunding the police. Terrible fucking policies all around. Like, Kamala's just not a great candidate for me personally. There's still a decent chance she'll beat Trump, though. I think people are kind of tired of what Trump has to offer. So, Tim Pool has many thousands of viewers. Maybe you should try Brain Rot. Yeah, it's sad, isn't it? That Brain Rot gets you more viewers and more money than being honest and having integrity. Fucking hell. Yep. $10 to Ham Dragon Neo. Dev, here's what I recommend. Instead of booming/busting us with a deluge of videos and a drought, try to stagger the release of your queued vids for a more consistent timed release schedule. That's a good idea. I think I agree with you, yeah. For the most part. I think I agree with you, yeah. Just that things are different right now. And thanks for the $10, Titanium. I do appreciate it. Things are a bit different right now because I think now I've finally settled into a new work routine. Now that the studio's set up again and I'm writing again, like all the house stuff is done. Dave is currently editing the first video that will have been fully made after the return. There was a few videos recorded before, and they're still on the hard drive somewhere. I'll get to those. I'll put those out eventually. But right now, Dave's currently editing a video that will be the first fully written, recorded, edited video since coming back to the internet. And maybe now that I'm back and I have a workflow established again, maybe I can actually get videos out in a more consistent manner. You know what I mean? Dev, do you know that sweet spot that YouTube prefers for upload consistency for the almighty algorithm? YouTube tends to flag your channel as being of a specific upload consistency. And as long as you stick to whatever that is, you'll be okay. So there are channels that post daily, like The Quartering. He posts 3 videos a day, right? And YouTube will push him if he keeps posting 3 videos a day because it responds to what he used to do. Then you have channels like JonTron or like Kraut, where they post 1 video a month or 1 video every 2 months, right? And YouTube will push his videos hardcore if they stick on that schedule. So YouTube, the YouTube algorithm has become very smart. It will reward you for doing what you've consistently done before, whatever it happens to be. Thanks very much, Zontar. I really appreciate it, man. Kevin PH for $2. Do a collab or a debate with JJ McCullough. I think JJ knows of me, but I'm not sure if he likes me all that much. I like him, though. I'd be down to talk to him. I know What If Altis wanted to talk to me, but I had to do like the moving stuff. I had to like pack everything. You know what I mean, right? Like, I had to do everything. JJ has commented on some of my videos, and I know that, like, for example, I did that video at the start of the year where I talked about, like, should gay people be parents, because statistically speaking, gay men, like gay couples, tend to abuse their kids at higher rates than straight couples do. So, like, should gay people be parents? That's a hard question, because statistically the answer is no. But we also recognize that people beat statistics all the time, right? Like, just because black people are more likely to commit crime does not mean you should treat every black person like a criminal. You know what I mean? So there's still an element of individuality here, where you accept that some people, even if the odds are against them, will still be good parents, or they still won't be criminals. So it's rough. You know what I mean? And I know JJ commented on that video because he's a gay guy, and he basically said, he basically agreed with me, and he said, like, there's a lot of, like, ridiculous bigots in your comment section right now, but I do fundamentally agree that, like, even though the studies show that gay men tend to abuse their kids more than straight couples do on average, there are still obviously good gay men who are parents, and they shouldn't be oppressed simply because they're part of a group that might otherwise do this sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Oh yeah, dude, I like What If Altist, even though I disagree with him regularly. I should actually get back to him now and talk to him, because I was talking to him like before all the packing nonsense, so I should, like, poke him. Yeah. They shouldn't be, because those kids have to deal with too many dad jokes. That's funny. Yeah, so there's one guy who keeps saying, Dev, you lied. Dev, you lied. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. You did lie about Corey Comparator, Dev. The video you claim showed his family is lying about him moving to protect them showed the exact opposite. I don't think so, man. Unless you have a different video, like I saw it, doesn't look like it, man. You're gonna go back to EFAP and review Rings of Power, because they're doing Rings of Power 2. Wait, no, don't leave me, Lost Latte, don't leave. What If Altis is very smart and very well read, even if I think he goes off the rails sometimes. But I like him. There are people out there who, like, I really disagree with very heavily, that I nonetheless still like their stuff. A great example is Dave the Distributist. All right, that's a guy who I almost like. I don't agree with Dave the Distributist on almost anything, right? But he's clearly very intelligent, and he's clearly very educated, and he's certainly read way more books than I have, right? Like, this is a man who knows his stuff, even if I disagree with him, and I like seeing his stuff, There's lots. Do you keep up with ghost politics? Not all the time. I used to be like a hardcore ghost viewer in like 2011. Back in the day, goofing around on the internet. The My Little Pony era of ghost politics. It was a lot of fun. Yeah, people are still ass mad about the fireman thing. Yeah. Mr. Bruh says, please collab with JJ. Also, Red Yard collab would be great. I think him and JJ are friendly with each other. Maybe a three-way collab. I think they're friends too. Yeah. I do like them. I do like both of them, even though they're also very different guys too. Titanium for $5. What if all this is basically a turbo version of you in a lot of ways? Many of my tendencies dialed up to 11. Oh, really? That's kind of cool. Is he like hyper autistic and... Silver Camaro says, my opinion on gay dads is if kids need to have a mom and a father, then there couldn't be single parents, and the government should force them to remarry. Pretty much. I have heard of Mentis Wave. People keep telling me to talk to him, but I don't know much about him. I do know that he's a libertarian, and though I like some libertarian philosophy, most of the libertarians I've interacted with over the years have ended up being quite brain rotted. Like, there's some, like, hardcore libertarian brain rot out there, guys. Sean King, $5. I think you a clip from Destiny. Hopefully it's not Tim Pool being taken out of context. Okay, thanks, man. I'll make sure to look at it. Mantis likes me. Oh, that's cool. But I mean, he knows that I'm not a libertarian, right? Blonde for $2 asks, what's the Cory comparator thing about? Okay, so yeah, I get it, James Noblet, you're mad, you're angry, I get it, the internet, I get it. Okay, listen, here's what happens, right? So, Trump shooting happens a month or 2 months ago, whatever it was, and there's a bystander, and the bystander is a firefighter named Cory Comparator, and he gets shot, and he dies. He's the one actual victim. Like, there's like a few injuries, but he's the one actual death of the shooting. And so the right begins to lionize this guy, and fair enough. You know, every movement has their martyrs, right? And so the right begins to lionize Cory, and I think one of his daughters posts on Facebook that, you know, during the shooting, her dad jumped in front of the family to protect them at the last minute, and that's how he died. And then the right wing, starting with right wing alternative media, I think, they pick up that story and run with it, and then it moves into the right wing mainstream media, and then it becomes like part of the larger cultural narrative online about what the shooting was and how Cory died, is that he jumped in front of, you know, his daughters to save them. And that basically became like canon, basically. It's like he was a hero and he died a hero, and if you question that, basically it was like back in 2020 when the left would become irrationally enraged if you questioned anything about the George Floyd narrative. You know what I mean? Like, if you even brought up any other story of events, any other alternative like interpretation of what happened, the left would come after you and destroy you. And you know, George Floyd could only the George Floyd story could only be interpreted as George Floyd was just a victim and the police were just oppressing him, and that's that. The entire story was squished down into that one narrative, and you couldn't look at anything else. You couldn't look at the fentanyl. You couldn't look at like what he was doing beforehand. You couldn't look at the fact that he asked to be put on the ground. Like, the George Floyd story is a much more complicated story when you look at it, but you could only focus on who's the victim, who's the perpetrator, and that's that. And so George Floyd became, you know, the patron saint of the left. Cory Comparator has basically become the same type of figure on the right. He's become the same type of figure on the right, where you can't question anything about the narrative of how he died. And everyone said he jumped in front of his family. He was a hero. Okay, well, another video came out, and the video shows that he didn't actually jump in front of his family. He just got shot. And that was that. He just got shot. Now, that doesn't mean that, like, he's a bad person, not for getting shot. It just means that he didn't act heroically in his final moment. He wasn't a hero. He was a victim. It doesn't take away anything from the fact that, like, obviously we shouldn't be shooting at our political opponents. Obviously, right? You know, no one condones the attempt on Trump's life. Memes aside, of course. But you know what I mean. But the fact, if you even mention this fact, that another video came out, you know, weeks later, of a different angle of the shooting, where you can see that Cory did not, in fact, jump in front of his family. You bring that up, and the right just attacks you and destroys you, the same way that leftists did regarding George Floyd. Yeah. If Destiny condones the attack on Trump, that's his business. I don't agree with him on that. I do not condone. So, James Noblet says, that's a lie, Deb. He refused to show the video when challenged. We found it. You fucking lied. Okay. Well, guess what? I can't fucking show the video on YouTube, so I can't even prove it to you, you dickhole. Do you want my channel to get fucking nuked? It's on Twitter. You can find it. And so there's an angle where it shows Cory standing up, and he has his phone out because he's like recording Trump. Because, I mean, he's a big Trump fan. He's in the crowd. He was actually one of the guys chosen to be like behind Trump, he has his phone out, and he's like, clearly he's really happy because he's a big Trump fan. So this is like a big moment for him. So he has the phone out, and the first 3 shots ring out, and then Trump starts to duck because he got hit in the ear, and then he's like, it's a bullet. He starts ducking. Secret Service starts rushing the stage, and then I think the 4th shot hits Corey, and he was still recording with his phone. So like, there wasn't even like enough time for him to react. Do you know what I mean? He seemed to just like, if you put yourself in his shoes, what probably happened is he's recording Trump. There's a few bangs. Trump like starts to duck down. He's probably thinking something's going on, and then he just gets shot, and he's dead. So, yeah. Ace showed the video on YouTube just fine, Dave. You got caught lying. Own up to it. Did he actually? Here. Show me the video where Ace showed the video, okay? You link that. I'll check it out. And if he actually didn't get nuked, then I'll bring it up, okay? Yeah, the reality of it, Blonde, is that he didn't do it. That's the truth, okay? That is simply the truth. Hold on. You won't respond. What are you talking about? Ending? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? Like, okay, hold on. Let me read some of these super chats before we move on. YouTube might allow it, but Twitch might not. That's right. I am streaming on Twitch as well, so maybe I can't do it at all. Linking to your Twitter now, asshole. Okay, dude. Calm the fuck down. Listen. Okay, let's see super chats. He's literally just stating what happened. People keep getting mad that he's insulting the guy. The honest truth is, like, yeah, the guy had some dumb political opinions. You can find them. They're all over his fucking old Twitter. Like, you can find them. But it's like, whatever, you know? Okay, let's see here. What do we got for super chats? Thanks, guys. Thanks for all the supers. I'll read them real quick. $10 from it here into Lady Columbia. Thank you. The BGG Floyd submission. Send it to me and I'll see, okay? $10 from Columbia. I've kind of left politics lately. I even avoid more serious topics because I've spent years on politics and philosophy and history, and I hate it now. I think the receptiveness and time just killed it for me. You know, fair enough, Lady Columbia. I mean, if you, I understand if you want to move on from me, because I do politics, but maybe you can come around for the gaming streams or something, man. I understand. We all get burnt out sometime, you know what I mean? But thank you for being here for as long as you have. Okay. And a Chalope for $10. Optics, Dev. This is so small of a thing, this isn't a hill worth dying on. This isn't speaking truth to power. To most people, whether you are right or not, this just comes off as disrespectful. Okay, I understand that position. But to be honest, I refuse actively to respect that position. Okay? And here's why. When it comes to trans pronouns, what you've just described is the opposite position. Okay? All right? When you have like this fucking 6'6", balded, bearded man in a dress who says, "Call me she, her, bigot." Right-wingers say, listen, I don't care about being disrespectful. All right? I don't care. I'm going to say what the truth is. All right? That's what they say. That is what they say. Oh. It seems like the stream died on both Twitch and YouTube. Okay. Did you guys miss anything? I was reading a $10 super chat. I read Adherent to Lady Columbia's and I read Anita Lopez. Okay. But yeah, basically, Okay, I guess real quick then. I'll just say it again real quick. Anatope $10. Optics Dev. This is so small of a thing. This isn't a hill worth dying on. Isn't speaking truth to power. To most people, whether or not you were right, it comes off as disrespectful. So that's talking about the fact that the firefighter did not, in fact, jump in front of his family. Okay, so that guy basically, people are saying it doesn't matter if he jumped in front of his family or not. You're being disrespectful to his memory, and everyone views him as a hero. So you're just do the optics. I reject that argument because right wingers reject it when it comes to pronouns for trans people. All right, it is obviously more respectful to say a trans person's pronouns, but right wingers say it doesn't matter if it's respectful. What matters is the truth. They say that all the time. All right, the stock right wing position on trans people's pronouns is respect doesn't matter. The truth does. So I will not for a second accept any right winger who says, forget about the truth, just be respectful. Because the right wing has abandoned that position so fucking long ago, I will not do that for them. Fuck them. $5 from Terrace. Thanks, man. Sargon posted a picture of the famous 2020 vote count chart with a much bigger jump for 2024. Is he trying to get the right to give up on voting? I don't think so. I think Sargon's just doomer about elections at this point. Dev had a take on Twitter recently. I think it's the first time I thought he was legitimately retarded. What's the take, man? Tell me. Okay, what did I miss for Blonde? If Kamala wins, the only reason will be because women will always vote for the most radical pro-abortion candidate. I'm 100% right. Yeah, just cope. Get out of here with that bullshit. Get out of here with that bullshit. Okay, hold on. Let's see here. 2020 from Athena's Sigil. Thanks to the $20, dude. Thank you very much. Blonde for $2. He was still a much better person than Saint Floyd. Yeah, of course he was. Katie for $2. Who cares? A man died because of political BS. I mean, that's the normal position to take, and I understand it. But I care because my job is to find truth and put it out there. Oversized Trash Panda, $5. You're acting like optics means tell the lie. It can also mean don't say anything. Yeah, but that's just lying by omission, man. That's just lying by omission. Dev thinks pissing people off is somehow centrist. It kind of is. Who was it that said if you've pissed people off, that's good because that means you've taken a stand? At the very least, you can say you've taken a stand on something. James Noblet, I didn't block you. I'm just fucking busy with other people who are in the stream. Wait, Dev, your stream is all fucked. It's lagging. How is it lagging, dude? How is it lagging? Like, there's... It was, but it's fine now. Was it lagging again? Kevin PH, thanks for the $5, man. I've heard that What If Alt Hist reads a lot of outdated books because he thinks modern history books are woke or something. I mean, let's be honest, there are definitely some woke modern books for sure. It's good to read all of them, frankly. Like, you should be reading woke books. Yes, you should. If only to understand what the woke people are saying, all right? You should be absorbing all ideas but not living by any of them. Did I miss one from Neko? Where is it? Scrolling back. Neko Boy Official, $2. Thanks, man. Thoughts on Mark Zuckerberg's recent admission? From what I understand, he said that he wrote a letter where he said he felt pressured, or like Facebook was pressured by the government to say or do certain things with regards to COVID in 2021. Something like that, right? Um, I'm not necessarily surprised, but it is good that we now have proof of it. Yes. Oh no, I saw Athena Sigil's $20. There was no message to it though. But thanks very much. Also, hey Dead Meat, what's up, buddy? It was the eunuchs are not men nonsense. I got a lot of veteran friends and buddies that suffered through testicular cancer. I have a problem with that take. Okay, but aside from their own person, like aside from them feeling personally insulted, what's their logic? See, wait, except he does censor himself, or at the very least refuses to ever acknowledge that the right might not be as bad as the left. Hold on. No, dude, there are absolutely instances where the right wing is better than the left wing. All right? There are also instances where it's the reverse. It depends on what we're talking about here, man. For example, I think when the right wing blames when the right wing blames the competency crisis and the left wing blames late stage capitalism, the right wing's idea is significantly more solid than the left wing's idea on that particular topic, right? Like it really it depends on what we're talking about, man. People think that Zuck is evil. The reality is that he's actually a libertarian. The problem is his control of Facebook isn't absolute. He only owns 13.5% of it. Yeah, fair enough. Any chance you could talk about what happened with Concord? We played Concord on the show, man. We played on stream. I probably will, though. One thing that I've been doing, Unix for Kamala, oh my god. One thing that I have been working on, though, is a Dustborn video and also a Star Wars Outlaws video. Dude, I'm writing like crazy this past week. I've been going off. Dev, you're still touting the Trump wanted to terminate the Constitution lie. That's dumb. That's stupid. His own fucking words, dude. I sent you a bit chat explaining your position. Let's see. Okay, $1 from Blonde. Say a sailor died on Pearl Harbor. And a store. Hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. Jesus Christ. Okay. Say a sailor died on Pearl Harbor, and a story gets around that he died saving 5 men from a fire. And that becomes a narrative of his heroism. But an investigation reveals it didn't happen, and the guy died instantly when the first bomb dropped. As much as it may hurt to learn that's not the truth, especially for his family, it's still the right thing to do. And you're not denigrating the guy who died. Yes. I linked the quote. It didn't prove that it was a lie, dude. Like, you're you have fucking terminal brain rot. All right. You need to stop swapping spit with RFK because you got his brainworm somehow. Dev is bipolar. But up, up, but up. Okay. Let's see here. Um. Let's see here. Corruption point for $5. I think it's shitty to mock a dead dude, but I don't think you should have to censor yourself either. This goes for the truth as well. Thank you. Lady Columbia, $5. So Dev, when can we ban off all the minors off the server? As much as I love Antelope having multiple daily brain aneurysms and spurging, but he has a point. Should we do that actually? I know people. Okay, I know for example that Antelope for at least a week has been saying, Dev, there's Discord server stuff to do. I get it. I know. I've been busy. I'm finally settled back in. I'll probably handle some of it tomorrow. Um, but like, I know one of the things you guys want to do is just ban the minors. Now here's how banning minors work generally is that people join and we assume they're adults, and if they say I'm actually 13, then we ban them, right? So it's like generally it's like a 4chan style honor system where like if they're 16 or something, but they're smart enough to keep their fucking mouth shut, we keep them around because we don't know. You know what I mean? You have made it impossible to listen or sign up for your Discord. No, I haven't. You can still click on the link. Go ahead. Why do you guys want to ban the minors though? A lot of the new What If Alt Hist vids come off as schizo rants. You think so? Hmm. $5 from Antelope. Look, I don't know how people ca- cause you of being unfair to the right when the majority of your videos are critical of the left. You mean accuse you? Um, it's because I don't like Trump. It's as simple as that, right? Like I can accuse the left all day of all the nonsense they do. I can talk about like terrible fucking woke people. I can talk about the dumb fucking communists. I can list off all the terrible stuff the left does. But because I don't like Trump, the rightoids will always hate me. Simple as that. And that's fine. Oversized Trash Panda, $5. Thanks very much. The categories of man and woman are defined by reproduction. Membership within a category is defined by the whole morphology that surrounds that. Yeah, sounds like it. Because kids are annoying, what kind of question is that? Here's the thing, Rio 12. Like, I was a 16-year-old on the internet once, and I could be annoying for sure. Like, I wasn't, yeah, okay, fair enough. But also, I was also smart enough to shut up sometimes and, like, pretend I was over 18. It's because I lie about Trump? No, I don't. Simple as that. Why are you still talking about George Floyd, dude? Calm down with that shit. No, I don't lie about Trump. When I talk about how Trump tried to steal the election in 2020, that's not a lie. It's all out there. If I met my 16-year-old self, I'd ban his ass immediately. Wait, Mr. Bruss says Sargon doesn't hate you. Why did that come up? Yeah, okay, I see. I see your guy's point. We'll probably do like what we'll probably do. We'll like just quietly make the Discord 18 plus only. We'll ban all the people who are annoying, who are underage, and then we'll just let people kind of filter themselves out through through natural selection. Mr. Bro, why are you saying bye, chat? Where are you going? You can't leave. If they're the type of kid to point out how old they are, getting the fuck out. Yep, I agree, dude. I agree. Here's the Twitch equivalent of $1, you Canadian. Don't spend it all in one place. Thanks, man. Is the new Star Wars game better or worse than the EA Star Wars game? Oh, the EA one is the Jedi Fallen Order stuff. Yo, the Jedi ones from EA are far better. Far better. The Outlaw one is fucking terrible. It gets so much worse. Oh. They feel like you're harder on Trump than on Kamala or Biden. Yeah, because even though Kamala and Biden have like a fair amount of bad shit under their belts, they do not have anything approaching trying to overthrow an election. That's that's like uniquely bad. Panty Ranger, I currently have no rules regarding minors at all, with the exception of we give you a special rank so you can't access the porn channels. Otherwise, I don't care. Exactly, Naxiles. Trump is just worse than Kamala and Biden, but that's why I treat him worse. Yes. $2 the from Silver Camaro. The Al Ghul is poison your tiny Koiko mind. Okay. And Terrace for $5. Thanks, man. Ask all members about the Apple iBook G4 and ban anyone who doesn't know what you're talking about. That's funny. I can only hear every other second. Any others? Am I cutting out, guys? Guys, am I cutting out? Like, what's going on here? I'm cutting out every 5 seconds. No, not for me. No, stream's fine. No. No, I wish. No. Okay. Hey, Leafy, what's up? Leafy, this is more of a political stream this time, but I will be doing some gaming after it. Oh, man. So, guys, I've been, fuck, I'm actually playing the game this time, Leafy. So my coffee machine broke on Friday. I'm waiting for a new one to arrive on Monday. And I've been drinking... Someone sent me, maybe back in 2022, some instant coffee, and that's all I have. So I've been drinking this terrible instant coffee. Oh, God, it's so bad. Like, it was good back then, but I'm just like, ugh. Ugh. It's the only coffee I have now, guys. It's the only fucking coffee left. You just go to Tim's like the rest of us. I hope the person who sent it to you appreciates how much you appreciate it. Listen, it was good when you first sent it to me, but it's been 2 years. Just get Nescafe. You can't even get that right, Dev. Someone sent me coffee from South America, and it was instant, and it was pretty good. And then it sat in my cupboard for 2 years. Ugh. Oh my God. Ugh. I can't have any more of it. Ugh. Ugh. Oh my God. Do you only ever play new games? Do you ever go play old games? Of course we do. We played many old games on this channel. For sure. Ah. Oh my God. Thanks for the supers, guys. You guys are great. Keeping me afloat even when I'm down and taking some hits. You guys are the best. You guys are the best. Real quick here. Let's read some of these. $5 from Silver Camaro. Thank you. You don't need to make stuff up in order to hate Deb. If you want to hate Deb, just hate him for the obnoxious shit he is. Fuck off. Okay. Velazari, $10. What weight was your coffee machine rated? Weight? I don't know what you're talking about. Weight for your coffee machine? Okay. Jiggy Calzone, $5. What do you think of that tense exchange between Justin and that steelworker that's been going viral? Let's get on Canadian politics for a second. I haven't seen that exchange, to be honest. I haven't seen it. Taras Shevchenko, with the recent Chase Bank free money glitch. Does it disturb you that the people who fall for it vote? Oh, of course. Dude, one of the worst parts of democracy are the retards that vote. Brandman, thanks for becoming a member, dude. Tales of Grace's F remake on stream when it comes out? Maybe. Would be cool to watch. When does it come out? I don't know the day when it comes out. But yeah. But yeah, man, like I don't like Kamala, but I think I dislike Trump more. You know? There's no good options now. If there was like, if like Pete Buttigieg was running, I'd be like, okay, he's the guy to vote for. Even Nikki Haley. Give me a Nikki Haley, man. Mods, I can't hear Dev 25% of the time. He won't respond to me. If you can't hear me, what do you expect me to say? What game are you playing today? Basically, in a couple minutes, I'll be switching over to reading some articles because it's going to be the politics part of the stream. And then after that, I'm going to play some Final Fantasy VII. Vote for Jill Stein. Thanks for the $420, Barrett. Thank you. Tales of Graces comes out on January 17th, 2025. Nice. Nice, dude. Nice. I'll just vote for RFK's Brainworm. I challenge you to make a pro-Trump video, Dev. Yeah, but there's not much to say that's pro-Trump. Visions of Mana is out now as well. There's a lot of games out right now, dude. I gotta... Thanks, Leafu. You fuck. Four years in as VP with the economy in shambles, but somehow Trump is worse. Okay, Dev. Yeah. Yes, actually. Because the economy is not the only fucking thing. God. Hey, wait, real quick. Hey, New Age Drifter. Yeah, I know you just said that. And I want to get one guide just a little bit before we... I want to get one guide just a little bit before we get started. So, New Age Drifter. Why do you think women aren't having children anymore? Tell me about it. I'll be watching for you. Harris for $5. Between Trump and Kamala, their economic policies they advocate, with a few exceptions, are becoming disturbingly similar. I don't like them. Thanks for the $5, dude. Hey, Nana, what's up? I'm waiting for this guy. Let's see. Jiggy Calzone says feminism. Give birth in U.S. and be in debt for life here after that? No thanks. Better question is, why does Dev only ask why women aren't having children and not ask about men? Because it's significantly harder for women to do it. That's like that is the bottleneck right now. Too many factors to take in, the main one being the high cost of living, but also never-ending progressive cycle and liberal views. Oh my god! You have a couple more brain cells than the average partisan rightoid. Good job. I recall being on the Archcast yesterday, and dude, there's so many fucking Dev haters in the Archcast now. They're freaking the fuck out like constantly, right? And they're like, Dev, you're retarded. You don't understand. The economy is terrible, and it's all Biden's fault. It's so bad, the economy. And then I'm like, okay, guys, why is it that women aren't having kids anymore? Is it because the economy's bad? And they're like, no, it's because women are sluts nowadays. They need to get back in the kitchen. And I'm just like, you guys are so fucking dumb. Holy shit, dude. Dev, what makes people think that I'm left? Because I don't like Trump. That really is the main thing. Wait, add the mods, Dev, What are you fucking talking about? Who said the slut thing in the kitchen? A whole bunch of people in Arch's chat, Leafu. Like, the audience of the Archcast is absolutely fucking cancerous. But here's the thing. They send a ton of money our way whenever I'm there, because we're constantly fucking arguing. Kamala's big thing is on day one, I will do X. She's VP. Why can't she convince Biden to do them now and give voters 4 months of benefit? I agree with that, Terrace. Yeah, like, what the fuck? Maybe it's because Biden won't do certain things. Leafu says, I thought Arch's community is chill. I mean, not necessarily, no. I wouldn't call Arch's community chill. I would say Arch's community has deep pockets. That's what I would say. Dev broke Chud Hammer when you crushed Asmogun on that debate a month or two ago. Yeah, I know. There were so many people who were mad at that. But honestly, like, he seems like he has room temperature IQ. Does alt-right mean anything anymore? Not really. The alt-right's dead. They're gone. Dev, you must add the mods. I am blinking twice. Please help me. I have to add new mods soon, Leaf. I've been ignoring some things in Discord while I've been, like, getting set up in the new place. Okay, hold on. Listen, Anatolope, calm down with the add the mods shit. Chill out. I'll deal with it tomorrow, okay? I understand. I know what's going on. Just, I'll deal with it tomorrow. Dev, you expected intelligence from Arch's chat. That's on you. Arch's chat is very unilateral, likely to in part of the subscriber-only setting. That tends to squash dissent. Yeah, sometimes, for sure. Hold on. Dev, I don't care if you like Trump, but don't lie to not offend people. I don't lie. If you add me as a mod in Discord, I will send mine and Zen's friendship resignation. What, you don't want a mod? I understand, dude. Don't worry. Don't worry. Yep. Asmogan is like Xander Hall. Dude, that's actually true. Asmogan is like the right-wing Xander Hall. Holy fuck. Like smaller YouTuber who like is having trouble taking off, just copies talking points from bigger YouTubers, doesn't think about it. Yeah, that's him. That's fucking him, dude. Sean King, $5. I've sent the Gramsci video to friends of mine and have changed their minds in socialism. Awesome, dude. That's great. Apparently people really like my Gramsci video. I got to do more videos like that. Don't worry, guys. I have big videos coming. And you know what? We'll do one more announcement before we move on to the articles. Okay, one more announcement. So, for example, of the big videos that I'm currently making, I'll give you. Asmogan is a smaller Warhammer YouTuber who's quite like pro-Trump, and I did an impromptu debate with him maybe a month or two ago because he was basically telling a bunch of lies about me. So I showed up and I kind of stomped him and then I left. Okay, I'm making some pretty big. I'm making some pretty big videos. Okay, and I'll give you a short list. Those of you who are here, you're the true fans. Yeah, that was him, Lifu. Yeah, that was him. You guys are the true fans, so I'll tell you what's going on. So, one, I'm making the big Gamergate video. The big Gamergate retrospective. That's coming. I think at this point, it might be out by the end of the week. Like, by next Saturday or something, maybe. I'm making a video about why people who are very far left say that fascism is capitalism in decay and why that is mostly wrong. That video is coming. That probably won't come till like the end of September. I'm making a large video about Thomas Bayes and Bayesian inference. That video has already been recorded. That'll come out whenever it comes out. I'm making a big video on the book Merchants, Soldiers, Sages. And that video has already been recorded. That'll come out whenever it comes out. I'm making a couple of videos on Kamala and a couple of videos on Trump. And the Trump ones, there's definitely one video in there that will be about why I used to believe the 2020 election was stolen and why I changed my mind. And I'll be going through that video. There will definitely be I think I'll also put out a video regarding Biden and the Hunter Biden laptop as well. But here's the thing, all of those political videos, I'm going to try to squeeze them out between now and the election in November. So I'm gonna be like hitting those real hard in the next 2 months. The anime localization video and the in defense of looting video, those will come after the election. There's just no time anymore. Will you defend Biden the laptop from hell? What's to defend? Like, you look at the laptop and like, yeah, it had like Hunter Biden's dick on it. Hunter Biden smoking crack. Okay. But like, did you guys even like watch Hunter Biden's fucking trial, guys? Like, okay, oh my fucking god. Tara Shavenko, $5. Thanks, man. Did RFK know what he was doing when he tweeted about investigating the crime of chemtrails a couple of days ago after endorsing Trump? No, RFK is just brain rotted, dude. Like, he's nuts. Oh. Here's the thing. Lifu, I know of all those videos, the only one I think you're going to be really interested in is the Gamergate one. Because you've been asking for a while, Lifu, what Gamergate is. You'll have the whole explanation. Don't worry. The TLDR is, Lifu, you know about the Sweet Baby Inc. stuff? That was basically Sweet Baby Inc. back in 2014. That's what Gamergate was. You slacking? I know, I'm a big old slacker. Anyway, those videos are all currently being made. Will Brianna Wu be making a guest appearance? Probably not. Probably not. It's going to be like my Gamergate story, basically, yeah. Like my view of things. Okay. Okay, why are you so weird screaming? What the fuck's wrong with you? My struggle even based. Hey, Odin, what's up, buddy? Okay. Listen, thanks for all your support today, guys. You've tossed me a whole bunch of super chats today, and I really do appreciate it. Dead Meat asked, why does your country let JT cuck you all so hard? He'll lose the next election, I'm sure. I'm sure. You're not banned, Abraxas. Lady Columbia, $5. NRX, warrior, sages, nobles, and traders. I'm guessing is the NRX having a point, but historically doesn't add up today in its general right-wing oversimplification. Is merchants, soldiers, sages really considered to be NRX? Really? Where's the trucker vid? Everyone just you know what? I'm not releasing it anymore. Fuck you. Thanks, Abraxas. Appreciate it, man. Okay. Let's read some articles, guys. Dev, try Googling Gamergate and see what the first result you get. I had a whole discussion on it. Thanks. Thanks, man. Terrace for $10. This might hit a bit close to home, but since RFK had seed oils as one of his 3 priorities, do you think the North American obesity epidemic is from food quality? Eating too much too often or from lack of exercise? Yeah, it's a lot of it, sure. Like, no exercise, everyone's driving around. People are eating too much fast food. There's a whole bunch of things happening here, yeah. Shittier food quality, tons of sugar, you know? Yeah, for sure. $10 from Titanium Dragon Neo. If you play your cards right and suck the right dicks in your Gamergate video, maybe Wu will put you on that PAX payroll. The funny thing is Brianna Wu actually just made some introductions. Like, she left that group, Progressive Victory, I think before streamers started getting paid. Like, she already left that organization. And everyone's like, Brianna Wu is paying people to stream with her. It's so fucking stupid. Like, full retard, man. Full fucking retard. Dev's torturing the trucker video like Buffalo Bill. Thanks, dude. Okay. It's now finally time for articles. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Oof, oof, oof. The Canadian trucker protest. People wanted me to been doing a video on it for years. Haven't done it yet. And I don't know much about the current situation in England. Sorry, dude. Give me a second here. No. The main reason I ended up being friends with Brianna Wu is because I've been de-radicalizing her, dude. A lot of her like trans takes have calmed the fuck down in the past 4 years because she started watching my videos. Okay, let's get going. It's article time, guys. Thanks for chatting with me for the past hour. Let's go. Whoop. We're starting off right here. A new podcast examines the perils of intense meditation. Wow. Let's see. Imagine it's a crisp, clear winter day and you're skiing down a mountain, feeling exhilarated. All of a sudden, you lose control of your skis. You're hurtling down towards the base of the slope and all you can feel is abject terror. That's how one young man explained his emotional state during an intensive meditation retreat. It was one of several troubling accounts reporter Madison Marriage heard while reporting Untold, The Retreat, a new investigative podcast series from the Financial Times. The 4 episodes... Okay, well, what's the fucking deal here? Shut up. Meditations and mindfulness have many known health benefits, including helping to process trauma and manage anxiety, improve eating habits, and ease chronic pain. While many participants say that meditation has changed their lives for the better, the retreat tells the stories of individuals whose mental health deteriorated during a 10-day retreat. Some spent time in psychiatric units. Oh my God. Okay, so the reason... So, hold on. Just real quick here. Yeah. They're going to tell you the same thing. Keep meditating even if you're in severe emotional distress. Basically, participants in this have died by suicide after exhibiting signs of psychological distress. Holy shit, dude. So these are people who are meditating and actually their mental health is getting worse. Like their mental health is on the decline, guys. That's crazy. The reason that I wanted to look at this article, oh, dude, this is mostly, okay, this is bullshit. This is mostly like an advertisement for this podcast. Okay, fuck you. The reason I wanted to look at this article is because like meditation can backfire, worsening mental health problems. And this guy said, this happened with binge drinking too. At first, everyone said it was a good way to deal with your problems. Then all of a sudden, they were like, it can backfire. I stopped paying attention after that. Who even knows what the experts are saying these days? Dude, who the fuck ever said that binge fucking drinking was a good way to deal with your problems? Like, whoever said that? What expert said, yeah, dude, just go and binge drink? Dave Nix said it. Oh my God. Okay, like what fucking psyop is going on here? Binge drink therapy. This is retarded. It's like, okay, dude. All right. Giga Chad alcoholic. Keep drinking, guys. What do we got next? Nearly a third of 5-year-olds in England has tooth decay. Hey, Britbongers, what the fuck are you doing with your kids? Like, how do you let it get this bad, guys? What the fuck? Brush your goddamn teeth. Okay. Nearly 1 in 3 youngsters aged 5 in England has tooth decay. "29.3% of children aged 5 have enamel decay or more serious decay to the layer of dentin under the enamel." Wow. They're British, they've always had bad teeth. Okay, I get it. I get it. Finding a dentist is hard, but like, just brush your teeth. Brush and floss, guys. Brush. Okay. Of the 1 in 3 children with any decay, 23.7% had the more serious dentinal decay. This was similar to the finding of the previous 2019 study. Overall, an average of 3 out of about 20 total teeth were affected. The figures showed that children in northwest England were most likely to have experienced dental decay, 30.6%, while at local authority level, Brent in London had the highest proportion at 46%. Dentinol is like fentanyl with a minty flavor. Oh my god. Overall, children living in the most deprived areas of England were almost 3 times more likely to have experienced dentinal decay. Oh my god, guys. Tooth decay affecting 1 or more incisor teeth is usually linked with long-term use of feeding bottles with sugar-sweetened drinks. Seriously? Hold on. Are Britbongers taking, like, baby milk, putting it in a bottle, adding sugar, and then, like, feeding that to their kids for years after they should be off the bottle? What are you guys fucking doing? What are you guys fucking doing, dude? The cause of dental decay is well understood and is related to the frequent exposure of teeth to fermentable carbohydrates, most commonly through eating and drinking sugary snacks and drinks. Oh, it's like apple juice. Okay, lots of juice. Yeah. I got it. Got it. This is a proud English tradition. Good job, guys. Good job. Yep. Okay, got it. Understood. A Texas man has been accused of hiding explosives under toilets at local businesses that detonated when victims sat down. Oh my god, guys, it's the poop punisher. Look at this guy. Wow. Based. Okay. This prank stinks. A Texas man is accused of hiding explosive poopy traps underneath toilet seats in the bathrooms at 2 local car washes. Okay. At 2 local car washes, injuring 2 women and a young girl when they detonated, according to police. Oh my god, dude. So, Paul Moses Alden, 46 years old, rigged small commercial fireworks that blow up when pressure is applied in 3 separate bathrooms in the San Antonio area, and then waited around for the explosion to happen before leaving. So, the first blast was reported on July 20th at the Wash Tub, a car wash on Bandera Road. Okay. Wow. He was filmed on camera going in and out of a unisex bathroom, and moments later, when a woman went to use the restroom, there's a small explosion. Oh my god, it's the Skibidi toilet bomber. Wait, Mace Shumpter. If I saw the video of the shooting of Corey Comparator, why did you keep saying it was a lie that he shielded his family from the bullet in the last Archcast? Because it was. That video does not show him shielding his family. what's wrong with my mic quality. Your Honor, I was bored. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. The woman suffered minor injuries but left the store before police could take a report. 6 days later, 2 more victims were injured at a separate wash tub in San Antonio. Oh my God. The Deuce Bomber. A female employee was hurt when there was an explosion as she squatted on the toilet, and a little girl suffered the same terrifying experience in a separate bathroom just minutes later. Physical evidence of the small fireworks were recovered by police at both scenes. Wow. In both attacks, Alden was filmed on security cameras entering and leaving the bathroom before sitting patiently in the lobby with his eyes fixed on the lavatory door waiting for his victims to enter. Sorry, Zach. It's probably because I have the air conditioning filter on to just... AC's running right now, you know? And it's kind of loud. After the fireworks detonate, he left. The culprit was easily identified by employees at the car wash who said Alden was a regular who had a membership card. They also had videos of his car and license plate. Oh, wow. So, why did he do this? You need to pay attention to the video. It shows that he was in a shielding position to bring this... No, it doesn't. It shows him standing up with holding the fucking camera. That's what it fucking shows, dude. Terrace for $5. The unisex bomber, the toilet paper revolution and its consequences. It's about sending a message. That's funny, dude. Okay, what's next? Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection. It reportedly uses modders' work without credit. Wow. So, as companies release classic editions of their old popular games, they're just slapping mods in there, aren't they? But you're not pointing out the truth, Mace. The video shows him standing up with the camera. You're wrong about that. Unless you have a different video that I haven't seen. Maybe you do. The video I saw shows him standing up. Anyway. Here we go. Let's see. A modder has claimed that Asper used their work in Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection without credit. Players noticed that a mod created by modder I Am a Shaman was reportedly featured in the game, despite its developer clarifying last month it did not include any code or content that is taken from uncredited sources. Wow. The mod was developed to bring Xbox-exclusive DLC content of characters Kit Fisto and Asajj Ventress to PC in 2021 by reskinning other characters. In a post shared by the modder on social media, footage captured from the PlayStation 5 version of the game showed I'm a Shaman's mod being included before a patch allegedly removed the content. Oh, wow. No, Sigarther, neither of them get it. That's how I see it anyway. So, then show me the video, dude. Show me the video. Jesus Christ. You know what? Shut up and show me the video. I don't care about the rest of your spiel. Okay, let's see. I kind of want to see this, all right? Let's see this post. What's going on here? On my PS5 copy, Ventress is using Ayla Secura moves. Playing on Xbox, she has her OG animations. I am not in the credits, says I'm a Shaman. Oh my god. Yeah, Yep, the PS5 build using your mod. I have no idea. It looks like the big update that preloaders had to go. Might have been to patch my mod stuff out. Wow. Well, it's just kind of strange that why would they put why would a mod even be in the game in the first place anyway? Asajj Ventress had a nunchuck saber. Yeah. What the hell, man? Didn't Square do it with their Final Fantasy VIII re-release? No. They lost the source code for their Final Fantasy VIII re-release, so they had to just remake the game from the ground up. Here there are. But you can't post it in the YouTube chat, so just ping it at me on Twitter. And I'll look at it. Okay, I'll look at it later. Let's keep going. Donald Trump says that Barron Trump helped convince him to do an interview. I am not looking at it now. Post it to me on Twitter. I will look at it after the stream. YouTube blocks links, not me. Post it on Twitter. But yeah, so Donald Trump says that Barron Trump played a role in convincing him to do an interview with streamer Adin Ross. Okay. Trump sat down with Adin Ross, a high-profile streamer who is popular among conservatives, to discuss his presidential campaign in an effort to reach younger voters. The interview lasted for more than an hour, with Trump emphasizing policies regarding immigration and the economy. During the stream, the former president revealed that he did the interview after his sons told him about Ross. My sons told me about you. They told me about how big. Barron, he said, Dad, he's really big, Trump said. So, dude, Barron Trump apparently watches Adin Ross. Hey, Rachel, what's up? How'd you get Gamergated? So, hold on. Barron Trump watches Adin Ross and says, Trump, you gotta DM, you gotta talk to this guy. That's fucking hilarious. At the beginning of the interview, Trump said that Barron says hello. He's a great young guy. He's a big fan of yours. Ross agreed that Barron is awesome and very smart. So, Adin Ross was, that interview was Adin Ross's most widely viewed stream on Kick, a competitor to Twitch. It frequently held between 400,000 and 5,500,000 viewers. At one point, the stream reached more than Jesus Christ, that's a lot of fucking people. Yeah, so Adin Ross, by the way, Adin Ross is kind of retarded, but he is huge. He's huge over on Kick, all right? And edgy Zoomer right-wingers love this guy. He's kind of cut from the same cloth as Sneeko is, you know what I mean? Ross is among the top streamers on Kick. He is known for having featured conservative influencers like Andrew Tate. Barron Trump, 18 years old, has not been involved with politics. At one point, it was announced he would speak in support of his father at the Republican National Convention in Milwaukee, but he ended up not attending. Okay. I mean, the rest of this is just background knowledge on Trump and Biden, so whatever, just fill in. What is this, Joker Kamala? What the fuck? Okay, dude. Kinda, nah, Dev, he's a full-blown extra chromosome retard. Yeah, listen, I do recall the Adin Ross screaming at Destiny, you're a 40-year-old fuck, over and over and over and over and over. I've seen that, yeah. But no, Adin Ross is kind of retarded, man. He's pretty dumb. And yeah, honestly, Barron should stay low profile, I think. Stay out of politics, dude. He's you're just 18 years old. Don't just stay out of politics. Stay out. Just chill out for a while, man. Okay. Award-winning fish and chip shop ordered to take down the Union flag. Oh, wow. The owner left bemused when the flag in southeast London. When flag in southeast London was deemed inappropriate for the area. Okay, so here's a. He looks like an immigrant to the UK, just based on skin tone and like facial features. But he's very clearly a proud British citizen because he runs a fish and chip shop, and he has like a UK, Union Jack hat, Union Jack on his shirt, Union Jack on the wall. And he's like, yeah, dude, this is awesome. But he's being told he can't have it. He's being told he can't have it. London's best fish and chip shop has been ordered to remove a Union flag mural by council officials. The owner of the Golden Chippy in southeast London was left bemused after a design featuring the flag held by a humanoid fish and a slogan saying "a great British meal" were allegedly deemed inappropriate for the area. Chris Canzini and his staff have had a strong footfall of visitors, including many overseas tourists, since the shop was deemed London's top-rated restaurant on TripAdvisor in 2016. Painted only a month ago at a cost of £250, the mural was providing a further boom to his business by giving social media-conscious customers a selfie opportunity. It is not the first time he's fallen foul of the council with his zeal for celebrating fish and chips. In 2016, the town hall ordered him to remove a much larger sign, about 17 feet high, Jesus, featuring a much similar sign. I said I'll look at it after the stream, Mace. Calm the fuck down. He relented after a 2-year... Oh, dude, there's a sign. There it is. That's pretty big. He relented after a 2-year battle and a petition of support. It's just something to put a smile on people's faces, he said. But the council said this is a preservation area. You can't have that. You got to paint over it. Oh, preservation area. Okay. He's run the Golden Chippy for 20 years. He lives 2 doors down. I'm going to stay there for as long as I can. The shop is located in a 19th century conservation area. Okay. Hold on. Mr. Cazzini has previously pointed to pictures of the corner property from the 1940s, where the premises was a cafe, which included numerous large trade signs. Okay. Are traps gay? Yeah, sure. Of course. But it's fine. It's okay to be gay. At the time of the last furore, a local residents group described the council's definition of heritage as narrow and out of touch. Following a number of complaints made to local ward councillors, an enforcement case was raised about the mural in question. Our planning enforcement team is investigating this as it is effectively an unauthorized advert for the chip shop. The owner has agreed to paint over it. We will always try to negotiate with the owner before proceeding to a formal planning enforcement notice. Okay, so basically, because of the location, the historic location, he can't put that, he can't have the mural up. That's kind of dumb, isn't it? That's kind of stupid. Like, it's just bricks. You can paint over the bricks if you want. You can wash the paint off if you want. But, like, it still looks like it's a historic area of the city. I mean, also to be fair, though, that means that this headline isn't quite right. It says, deemed inappropriate for the area. That makes it sound like you have like a bunch of woke lefties who are coming in getting offended at patriotism, but it's actually about conserving, the tradition of the area being like an old quarter with like old architecture. So the headline's still kind of dumb too, but still. Like this is dumb all around. What's next, fellas? Let's see. Oh yeah, dude, I love this one. Check it out. Fans are resurrecting Nintendo's Satellaview service, and they need your SNES games. We are actively seeking homebrew games to be rebroadcast on the service. Wow. And there's an ancient Satellaview from back in the day. And there's a Japanese Super Nintendo. Okay, so if you've been reading us for a while, you may have realized by now that we're pretty fascinated by Nintendo of Japan's exclusive Satellaview service, which famously saw the popular video game company partner with the broadcaster Saint Giga to transmit games directly to people's living rooms via satellite in the mid to late 90s. But what you might not know, as we've only just heard about it ourselves, is that a determined group of individuals are resurrecting the service under the name Satellaview Plus, and they are now looking for homebrew SNES games to join their broadcasts. Okay, so the broadcasts are done via a local client that is made by the team's organizer. The local client downloads the SAT data information from a hosted server where live updates are pushed at set times. Would someone give me Earthbound? I'll trim it with gold and trade it right back to you. But yeah, man. So, for those of you who don't know, this is actually really cool, by the way. This is actually pretty cool that there's fans bringing Satellaview back. But basically, back in the day, guys, I can hear Dev's soy pogging all the way over here. Yeah, dude. Listen, back in the day, you could attach one of these boxes to the bottom of your Super Nintendo, at least in Japan. And it would basically, you'd have like a satellite for your satellite TV. You'd plug that into your satellite, and then you would get games beamed to you by satellite from Nintendo. And they were time-limited games, all right? Earthbound's anniversary was a couple days ago. Yeah, that's the Japanese release. The English one's next year. But yeah, like, oh my God, 90s satellite tech stream games, consume. Okay, listen, basically, if you had the Nintendo Satellaview, there was a version of Zelda Link to the Past that was like timed for 3 hours. And you could download it, and you would like choose a male or female character, and you'd play a modified version of the game with someone speaking over the course of the broadcast of the game for the 3 hours, giving like advice through, like with voice. It was really cool, man. Yeah, dude. Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can find something about it real quick. Just really quickly here. Hey, Coffee, what's up? How have you been? Okay, just real quick. So yeah, like basically Nintendo remade the original Zelda, like Zelda 1 on the NES with Super Nintendo graphics. And then it was like a limited time broadcast. And then basically the only reason we have these ROMs is because people in Japan preserved them. Like it was downloaded from the Satellaview service, and then they were preserved and put online. I'm just like, dude, this is cool. And of course, you know, fan translators translated these back in the late 90s, early 2000s. You know how it is, right? But yeah, man, like, just whole ass Zelda. That's neat, man. That's cool. Okay, let's keep going. DC is all in on relaunching and reinventing Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. I bet it's going to be shit. I bet it's going to be shit. So, DC Comics announced the biggest initiative that DC has done in the better part of a decade. They're starting up, what's it called? I'll just look at it again. Oh yeah, the Absolute Universe. Here's the new versions of the characters. Here they are. Look at them. Doesn't that look fucking terrible? Wow, superheroes? That's so interesting. I can't wait. So fucking garbage, dude. Yeah. Just make new stuff already. All right, so DC's All In is a coordinated publishing launch of a new comic series, a new story arc in the current comic series, and a new alternate DC universe full of restarted, reimagined DC Comics heroes. All In is about inviting everyone in, the existing creators, some new creators, everything, to tell their best stories, and to begin them all at one point. The idea is to create the greatest jumping on point for you guys in many, many years. So All In is not a reboot or a retcon, but it would flow out of the conclusion of DC's current crossover event. Okay. Let's see. So apparently it'll come in October sometime. This sounds like a Hail Mary before the fall. Yeah, it does. Yeah, so the Absolute Universe will be an alternate setting, one in which DC is inviting writers and artists to reinvent characters like Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, starting their stories over from the beginning. This new setting won't replace the main DC timeline, but it won't be entirely separate either. It will be part of a bigger story that we're telling over the next few years. Yeah. Like, wasn't there already like a DC like year one fucking something? Like they just keep just make something new. Just make something new. So the name Absolute suggests prestige. Yeah, New 52. Yeah, exactly. And Rebirth. Yeah. So the name Absolute suggests prestige, having long been the imprint for giant-sized, high-quality hardback and slipcover editions. Snyder himself will be penning Absolute Batman. Snyder described, or Batman, not Jesus Christ, Absolute Batman. Snyder described the Absolute Universe overall as more chaotic, dangerous, and wild than the main MCU. In this universe, the heroes come up in ways that make them underdogs. They have to be tougher, they have to be resourceful, they have to shine brighter. That sounds like every fucking... Oh, it's so stupid. It's so dumb. Absolute Batman is just Vegeta. Yeah. Dude, this sounds fucking terrible, guys. Like, it sounds really bad. Does anyone really care about this? Does anyone really care about this? God, I don't fucking care about this. Fuck me. Okay. How price gouging bans really work. Okay. So apparently, like, Kamala talked about price controls, and price controls have a bad rap because there's some serious problems with them. And people online are saying, don't call Kamala's policy price controls, call them price gouging bans. And it's like, it's the same fucking thing. Okay, let's see what's going on here, okay? One of Kamala Harris's most controversial policy proposal is a ban on grocery price gouging. Critics are conflating the idea with Soviet-style price controls and calling the plan communism. That's funny. Communism. Okay. If banning price gouging is communist, then the US went Marxist long ago. There are some rightoids who will agree with you. Many of us live in states that already have the bans in place. Kamala hasn't provided much detail. That's led to wild speculation about what the plan could mean, including opinion pieces expressing fears that retailers won't be able to, say, set the price of a gallon of milk, and that it would lead to widespread shortages, black markets, and hoarding. Now, to be fair, that has happened. Nazi Germany did price controls, and it happened that way. The Soviets did price controls, and it happened that way. Venezuela did price controls, and it happened that way. All right, so is it going to be different? Let's see. That's just not how anti-price gouging policies work in the US. Nor does it line up with the language in a draft bill that Elizabeth Warren is sponsoring. The bill largely mirrors state laws, but is limited to companies with at least $100 million in revenue. And some experts are pointing to the legislation as close to what a Harris administration would propose. Okay. 38 states, including the most populous ones like Texas, California, and New York, prohibit companies from jacking up prices during emergencies. Think bans on selling $10 bottles of water after a major hurricane. Here's how, I mean, to be fair, that's probably good. No one likes scalpers, right? No one likes scalpers, okay. The laws are triggered by an event, typically a natural disaster like a hurricane, a pandemic, or even a strike. Strikes aren't natural disasters. Strike seems like it shouldn't be part of this. But okay. Okay. So, after a governor or the federal government has declared an emergency, once triggered, some laws explicitly prohibit price hikes above a certain threshold, anywhere from 10% to 25%. Others are more subjective, banning egregious or unconscionable price increases. The law is then enforced by the attorney generals, local district attorneys, and in some states, private actors can sue businesses as well. Okay. Doesn't this always end in supply line failure? Not necessarily. So the idea basically is like, if it costs you $8 to make a product and then you sell the product for $10, so you have $2 of profit, right? And then suddenly there's a huge demand for your product, but the supply stays the same. You can jack the price up from $10 to $20 and make even more money. What they're basically saying is that they're going to put a cap on how much you can jack the price up, because the actual base product still is the same and you're still making the same profit. So we're going to stop you from exploiting people as the person who holds the monopoly on the supply. That's what they're saying. The way that like Soviet style price controls worked is the government forced you to put the price lower than what you could afford. So basically, if it cost you $8 to make the product and then you sold it for 10, the Soviets would make you sell the product for 6. So now, with every sale, you actually lose $2. So you can't make any more. Like, that's the difference, I guess. But then the product gets quickly siphoned to black markets, choking legitimate supply lines. Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's a problem too, yeah. A skill issue, Wajoid. Okay. So, one advantage of a national ban is that the federal government would have more power to go after big global corporations that are hard to pursue at the state level. Here's what's really funny, right? Like, there is probably problems with this as it is, but I guarantee you, right-wingers who hate big globalist corporations for screwing, the American worker where the economy is already bad, they're going to look at this and be like, what, you want to go after the problem that we've identified? Well, you can't do that, Kamala, because the government's evil. It's like, okay, dude, fucking hell. Okay. Under these laws, companies that raise prices can defend themselves by demonstrating that they increased prices because their costs went up, which is also possible. That means they should be able to maintain profit margins. Okay. In New York, Tyson Foods is fending off a civil probe looking into pandemic price gouging. Other states, like Tennessee, which is not a communist stronghold, went after sellers who marked up hand sanitizer. The Florida Attorney General's office issued 70 subpoenas investigating price gouging around PPE. Okay, I see. Jiggle Slinky, $5. Hi, Dev. It's a bit late now, but I still wanted to ask how you think Biden's mental health situation compares to FDR's health situation while he was president. Honestly, probably pretty similar, to be honest, yeah. Since these laws are meant to deal with emergencies, businesses are free to raise prices once a state ends its emergency declaration. And many did just that. Okay. I mean, to be fair, that is one difference, right? Like, usually price controls just have the government controlling the price in perpetuity. But considering that this is only for emergencies, that does make something different. That's true. So Harris's economic proposals, broadly speaking, are meant to help middle-class Americans deal with the higher cost of living. If a national price gouging ban is structured like these local bans, only triggered by emergencies and targeted to specific firms. Are you done? Okay, sounds good. It's not clear it would make much of a dent. The bottom line is price gouging is not the same thing as price controls, where a government sets prices for certain goods. The US dabbles there just a smidge. They set a new insulin price cap. These measures are often hated by economists, but they've been around for a long time. Okay, so this is a bad article, but it seems like if it's only used for actual natural disasters, not a fucking strike, it might be okay. It really just depends on what the numbers are on this. Okay. Let's keep going. Whoa. How the world's tech crashed all at once. Okay. Oh. Let's zoom right in. Actually, you know what? I'll read this super chat and quickly go to the washroom. Bill Screamer, $5. Thanks very much, man. This is Harris's only policy announced, and I'm already convinced I will have to vote against her. Too bad that means voting for the Trumpalophagus. Thank you for the $5, dude. I'm going to the washroom. I'll be back in a minute. BRB. Sorry, guys, I'm back. I was at Costco today with Naomi, and had like an extra. Okay, Costco makes these giant like chocolate chip cookies, and I had a bit of extra left over, so I just quickly ate it. I was curious because usually like when you buy the cookie, it's it's pretty big, so we split it in half, and usually what ends up happening is like it's really hot when it comes out, so it's like it's melting, right? And it's pretty good. Like it has like really like gooey melted chocolate, like milk chocolate. It's so good. I put a bit of it in the freezer just to see if it would be good cold. And like the frozen milk chocolate is still fucking incredible. It's really good. Costco pizza is the best. I mean, it's really cheap. That's true. It's really cheap. Um, I'm eating my son's goldfish crackers. um. Oh, also, Dave popped, stuffed his head in for a minute and said that the video has been edited. So tomorrow's video has been secured, guys. I mean, I agree with you, Zach. It's a bit bland, you know. There's no like other. There's no other like no mushrooms on it, no bacon, no other toppings. Fun fact, Dev, Costco's product availability is highly regional. If I go to a Costco or a Sam's Club in my area and visit someone on the other side of the state, their stock will be pretty different. Oh, really? Let me see here. Like, just out of curiosity, okay? Okay. Costco's food court. Is Dever Dave fatter? Fuck you. I'm still fatter. Okay. Costco's food court, real quick. What do they got in America that we don't got here in Canada? Let's see. Yeah. Give me the menu. Hot dog and drink combo. Okay, yeah. By the way, it's also 150 here in Canada, and our currency is weaker than yours. So that's even cheaper. It's even fucking cheaper. But yeah, we have the hot dog and drink combo. Turkey Swiss sandwich. Ooh, we don't have that here. Yep. The pizza's the same. Yeah, one slice is 1.99, same as here. But a full pizza is not 9.95. It's more like 13 bucks. But yeah, we have that. Yeah, we don't have the turkey Swiss sandwich here in Canada. Soda is the same. Ice cream sundae is, I think, the same. Yep. Ice cream cup, chocolate chip cookie. I think it's like $3.49 instead of $2.49. But yeah, man, it's pretty good. Let's see what else we got here. Yep, hot dog and soda, sliced pepperoni, sliced cheese, rotisserie chicken Caesar salad. We don't have that. We have the cookie. We have the soda. Don't have this. The chicken bake. What is that? We don't have that. Oh, we have stuff in Canada that you guys don't have. So you can get chicken. You can get just fries. You can get chicken taters with fries, and you can get poutine. They got rid of the churro. Rip. They have objectively refused to increase the prices of food, even though it loses money. So yeah, like you can get like a container full of fries, a container full of fries with chicken tenders, or a container full of poutine, which is fries, gravy, and melted cheese. It's poutine or poutine for the Frenchoids, but I speak English, so it's poutine. American Costco is better, says Megalag. Maybe. Wait, the chicken bake is basically shredded chicken and bacon mixed with dough? What the fuck? Okay. Costco poutine's actually pretty good. Costco poutine's actually pretty good, dude. I've become like a Costco fanatic at this point because like you can buy large amounts and the prices are right. Like it's good. I I've become a boring adult. Now, hold on, you guys don't know what poutine is? Okay. Costco poutine. Let's see. Yeah, man, there it is. Look at that. Look at this shit. Canadian food court. You got your cheese curds melting with the hot gravy on the fries. Like, this looks like a decadent, like overly fattening American style food, but it's entirely Canadian. This is like more unhealthy than most of those like hyper fat American foods. Now, you can make this yourself, you know, like you can still just buy cheese curds, or frankly, just do melted cheese. It's mostly the same. Wait, a Stromboli style wrap of pizza dough stuffed with chicken, bacon, Caesar dressing, and cheese. Some say it's similar to a chicken, bacon, Caesar hot pocket. Holy fuck, dude, that sounds amazing. Oh, dude, Smokes Poutineery. Oh my, we have a Smokes here. It's pretty good. Yeah, man, Smokes Poutineery. Okay. Smokes Poutineery to get the best fucking poutine. Like, look at this shit, man. All these different types of poutine. You can get like bacon on it. Just crazy different poutine flavors, dude. Yeah, like bacon on your poutine. Yeah, man. There's some good flavors at Smokes. $20 from here to Lady Columbia. There's a new manga called The Beautiful Latina Suddenly Wants My Body. It's about a brown Brazilian that wants to marry and make babies. First Vance, now this. My kinks beat progs, cons, and libs in political representation. That's fucking hilarious. That's fucking hilarious, dude. The beautiful Latina suddenly wants my body. I saw that. Her name's actually Latina. Yeah, that's right. Okay. Let's get back to the articles, guys. I want to finish up soon. And by the way, thanks for sticking with me this whole time, both in terms of support and views, and just not unsubbing. You guys are the best. Only the real ones stuck around. Okay, so how the world's tech crashed all at once. When computers and tech systems around the world went down, snarling airports, closing social security offices, and limiting jail operations, many people had one question. How could this happen in 2024? A software update from a single cybersecurity company, US-based CrowdStrike, was the root cause of the chaos, underlining the fragility of the global economy and its dependence on computer systems, to which relatively few people give a passing thought. Most people believe that when the end of the world comes, it will be AI taking over some kind of nuclear power plant and shutting down electricity, when in reality it's more likely to be some kind of a little bit of code in a botched update causing a cascade reaction in interdependent cloud systems. Okay, so what happened with CloudStrike? Do you guys recall this stuff? Numerous Fortune 500 companies use CrowdStrike's cybersecurity software to detect and block hacking threats. Computers running Microsoft Windows, one of the most popular software programs in the world, crashed because of the faulty way a code update issued by CrowdStrike is interacting with Windows. CrowdStrike, a multi-billion-dollar firm, has expanded its footprint around the world in its more than a decade of doing business. Many more businesses and governments are now protected from cyber threats because of this, but the dominance of a handful of firms in the antivirus and threat detection marketplace creates its own risks. We trust cybersecurity providers widely but without diversity. We've created fragility in our technological ecosystem. Okay. When you win in the marketplace, you aggregate risk, and then we all, consumers and companies alike, bear the costs. So, that kind of makes sense, right? If you have someone who just like outcompetes everyone else and gets on top, they now have a monopoly, and they can basically, if they become weakened, they can just be destroyed, and like everyone who uses their service gets fucked. That happens for sure. Lives in Dev's Walls, thanks for the $5, man. I'm missing this Samantha Ren fair. Why don't we do Roman Republic fairs? We can use the same level of historical stereotypes. Chariot races. Thanks, man, and have fun. Chrono Crosser for $2. That was a fun day for me at IT at a university. Oh my god. Are you leaving Sex Dungeon? See you later, man. See ya. You going to sleep, Noomer? Have fun. Good night. Okay, so the wide swath of critical infrastructure providers affected by the outage is also likely to raise fresh questions among U.S. officials and corporate executives about whether new policy tools are needed to avoid catastrophe. Let's see. We need to really think about our digital resilience, not just in the systems we run, but in the globally connected security systems, the risk of consolidation, how we deal with that consolidation, and how we ensure that if an incident does occur, it can be contained and we can recover quickly. Okay, so was it basically just like a bad update ruined things? Okay, a bad update ruined things. All right. Well, there we go. This is why you don't always update right away, guys. The problem was people freaking out, not the actual problem. It took like 5 minutes to fix. That's how it usually is in IT, eh? The Taliban has sacked hundreds of men because they can't grow beards. Oh my god, guys. The femboys in Afghanistan are fucked. No beard, no job. Oh my god, it's fucking... Okay. Is there an archive for this? Is there soy Muslims? Okay. The Taliban has sacked hundreds of men from Afghanistan's security forces because they can't grow beards. Thousands of musical instruments have also been destroyed by the militant group in the past year. And the notorious Ministry for the Propagation of Virtue and Prevention of Vice said in its annual update. Oh, there go the musical instruments. So, in a press conference, the director of planning in Kabul said that 281 beardless officers were identified, confirmed, and dismissed in the past 12 months. The hairstyles of 450 military mujahideen were corrected to comply with Sharia law, and some who repeated the hairstyle violation were sent to military courts. The Taliban has prohibited barbers in several provinces from shaving or trimming beards, claiming the edict aligns with Sharia law. It is mandatory for Muslim men to have a beard that is at least the length of a fist, according to Islamic law, which is strictly upheld by the Taliban. Oh, that sucks, dead meat. Oh, I'm sorry, man. So yeah, people who are saying like based Afghanistan know how to they know how to reject degeneracy. Fuck off. I don't want to be told by guys like this I gotta grow a beard. Fuck you. Trimming one's beard shorter than a fist length or shaving it entirely is considered haram in Afghanistan, where the beard is considered a distinctive feature given to men to set them apart from women by the divine wisdom of God. Former Taliban security forces have told the Telegraph that they had been dismissed for shaving their faces or not being able to grow a beard. I can't grow a beard, and they constantly called and harassed me, said one officer who was recently sacked. Around 3 months ago, the commander told me that I could no longer stay in the unit because of my beard. I joined them for financial reasons, but throughout my year with them, I faced lots of harassment over my inability to grow a beard. They would say I wasn't a true Muslim. So fucking stupid, dude. So dumb. $2 from Lady Columbia. Thank you. We need to alt-delete the Middle East into a crater. You're haram because of your genetics. Rip. Bleh. Why? Ugh. Why did I go and? Ugh. Why did I drink some more of that terrible fucking coffee? Fucking hell. I literally can't grow facial hair. Yeah, because you're a femboy. Okay. About 10 other people were also told that day not to return. Some of them were middle-aged men with loss of experience, but they were dismissed because they can't grow beards. Wow. That's stupid, isn't it? I seared mine off with lasers. Based. Doesn't that leave scarring, though, unfortunately? Anyway. Fuck the Taliban. Honestly, they're just like backwards people who still dress like they're fucking gypsies or genies or something, you know what I mean? Fuck them. Okay. A 9-year-old has been accused of brutally killing his father, and the police have blamed Call of Duty. Holy fuck. News has recently surfaced regarding a brutal murder in Utah. Holy shit. Okay, let's see. In an article published by Yahoo News, it was explained that the Utah PD arrived at a home in Tooele to find a man bleeding from a gunshot wound to the head and lacerations that were deemed defensive wounds. It was further reported that the 9-year-old, who hasn't been named, had emerged from his room and said that his dad was bleeding from the head and was dead. The boy was addicted to consuming content, watching videos, and playing video games that were not age appropriate. Prosecutors have zeroed in on Call of Duty Warzone as a contributing factor to this alleged murder, because it had the same weapons and gameplay that were found and used in the assault. The boy also struggled with behavioral issues. Wow. So what happened? Did the dad tell him, you can't play any more Call of Duty, son? And the son said, oh, yes, I can, and then fucking killed him? Damn, dude. Hold on. The article's not fake. It links to Yahoo News. Oh, he killed him with a hatchet. And it resembled a violent video game the boy played. Oh, my God. Are you winning, son? Just fucking owns him. Yep. These news stations got the search warrants. Okay. He was shot in the back of the head and he had lacerations to his head, face, hands, and arms. And the lacerations ruled out suicide. They were defensive wounds. So, okay. The victim and his son went to bed early after the boy was misbehaving. The victim's son later emerged and said that his dad was bleeding from the head and was dead. And they eventually found a handgun with a bullet missing and a bloodied tomahawk-style hatchet. Oh, there were several other people present in the home. 2 adult roommates and 4 children. Jesus. Wow. This is... I hope he teabagged him like a real gamer. Oh my God. Yeah, this is kind of strange. Yeah, sometimes people are just born this way. Yeah, I know what you mean. Adam Unfriended, thank you for the dono, man. Let's press the big red button for my people. Screw the game, screw the genies and their ridiculous views. Was this Ricada's house? Oh my God. Okay, let's keep going. Cristiano Ronaldo starts a YouTube channel and breaks records for fastest to 1 million subs. He apparently surpassed more than 22 million. Oh my god. International soccer star Cristiano Ronaldo started his own YouTube channel on Wednesday, and he instantly gained millions of subs. He posted on Instagram, "My YouTube channel is finally here. Subscribe and join me on this new journey." And in 90 minutes, he broke 1 million subs. That's wild. 90 minutes? That's insane, dude. He's kicking your ass, Dev. 22.8 million subs. Okay, let's see what... 55.1 million already. Okay, let's see this guy. Like, how is this fucking happening, dude? 55.1 million for nothing. Just because he's like a footballer and he just like blew up. The channel has like nothing on it. Oh my fucking god, dude. This is like black pilling. He could be you, Dev. He released a Joker video. To be fair, yeah, he was already famous before this, so like, yeah, it makes sense, right? I know Jack Black, like, his channel blew up before he even posted anything on it. People are crazy for him, eh? Really? Okay. Well, there we go. Crazy, man. I think this is our thumbnail, guys. Here she is. Extreme eater Pan Xiaoting, 24, dies during a live stream of a 10-hour mukbang food binge after her stomach rips open. Oh, fuck off. You know, I'm going to ban you for that, Odin. Okay. So she was known for broadcasting her marathon eating challenges, and she would eat for hours at a time. And there she is. She ate 22 pounds of food during a live stream. Now I just timed him out. Oh my fucking god, guys. So, she died suddenly during a live stream. She passed away last week after a stomach rip while devouring 10 kilograms of food, which included chocolate, chicken fingers, and seafood. According to the post-mortem examination, her abdomen was visibly deformed, and her stomach was full of undigested food. This indicated that her stomach could have burst, causing stomach acid and food to leak into her abdomen. Oh my god. She became famous in China for live streaming her mukbangs, a viral internet craze where people feast on camera. Okay. Got it. And yep, you're comparing her to Nikocado Avocado. Yep. Got it. Oh, what the fuck? What is this shit? What the fuck, dude? Okay. So the live streamer had previously been hospitalized due to a stomach bleed. Her final food marathon was on July 14th, 10-hour long food marathon. When she died, most of the food she had eaten during the marathon was not digested. It was still in her stomach. Now, bleeding in the gastrointestinal tract can be a symptom of digestive disorders such as acid reflux, ulcers, and even cancer. Stomach ulcers can cause either slow, long-term bleeding leading to anemia or rapid and severe bleeding that cause someone to vomit blood or pass black poos. Oh my God. Yep. Her parents were against her pursuit because of the harm she was doing to her body. Even her online fans expressed their concern about her increasingly large portions. She kept brushing off their worries. So, even after overeating once landed her in the hospital with bleeding, she began binge eating again just one day later to her viewers' horror. Oh, dude, I remember 1,000 Ways to Die on Spike TV. That was an awesome show. Staying up at like 4 a.m., couldn't sleep, watching that shit. So yeah, there she is. She's going for it, man. Fucking hell. She died doing what she loves. Oh my God, dude. That's brutal, man. Like, I do my fair share of eating, obviously, but this is insane. God damn. The Rolex ripper, who broke an elbow stealing a watch, was spared prison due to overcrowding. That's fucked up. Here he is. So, a Rolex ripper attempted to steal Mark Beard's Patek Philippe Blue World time watch from his wrist. So he was walking back to a hotel when the two guys pounced. He tried to get a watch. He tried to get his gillet, whatever that is, for breaking Mrs. Beard's finger trying to steal one of her rings. They fell to the ground and began wrestling on the floor before the thief managed to get away. Yeah, it's London. Yep, of course it is. But he fell over with the watch in his hand and he was physically restrained by Mr. Beard and several nearby security guards. He had 9 previous convictions for 14 offenses, including a conspiracy to commit robbery in 2013. That was the watch he wanted to steal, I guess. So on the afternoon of Saturday, the 8th of June, Mr. Beard and his wife were walking along the street on the way back to the Connaught Hotel. A man ran up to grab the jacket. Okay, it was a jacket, and also his watch off of his wrist. A physical struggle ensued. The two men ended up on the ground before a second man came along and to assist the assailant. So the thief was quickly wrestled to the ground and detained. Okay. He broke one of her fingers, got one of her rings. The police were called to the scene and attended very shortly after, and the defendant was arrested and cautioned. Okay. What else, though? He found himself going through what was clearly a very, very difficult time, which resulted in a very, very poor decision. It was the failure of his car sales business that was the driving force behind the robbery. Okay, but like, he was assaulted. I'm not going to say if I was from the defendant. He was being hurt. Okay, fine. But like, where's the? You committed a robbery against Mr. Beard and his wife as they walked to the hotel. You and another male approached the couple. Initially, Mr. Beard was approached from behind. Then approached him and struggled with him to get him to remove his watch. Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah. But where's the spared prison part? Come on. Watch was recovered. It was broken. You should feel great shame about the fact that in addition to his physical injuries, he has been caused to feel more nervous about attending social engagements in central London. This was a group offense in which he deliberately sought to identify and target someone with a highly valuable watch. You have no recognized qualifications and have been in work initially as a delivery driver, then as a car salesman. You concede that the reason behind the offense was that your business was not doing well. Okay, blah, 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 blah. He was given credit for his early guilty plea. He was given a suspended sentence of 24 months in prison. So, justifying the decision to suspend the sentence, the judge said that immediate custody would have a significant impact on your wife and your young daughter. It is also appropriate to take into account the current overcrowding of this country's prisons. No, it's fucking not, dude. Build more prisons. Fuck you. Odin says, I refuse to read Twitch chat. You can ban me from chat, but you can't ban me from the attic. Listen, Odin, you were only 5-minute banned. It's okay. $5, Silver Camaro. The UK is literally getting hardened criminals and rapists out of prison to make room for people posting stuff about migrants online. I don't know the details about that, but this is fucking ridiculous, though. Listen, if your prisons are overcrowded, build more prisons, but fuck you. Oh, and by the way, all of you rightoids who are here wanting the UK to build more prisons, that takes taxes, bitch. Pay up. But yeah, like, this is ridiculous, dude. He was ordered to complete 200 hours of unpaid work. Okay. Man, the UK is fucked, dude. Let's keep going. Actually, hold on a minute. I don't think we can keep going. There's 2 articles left, I know, but we might need to call it for now. Ouch, ouch, ouch. I didn't even hear about that, Nana. Oh my god. Here. Yeah, you know what? Let's take a 10 to 15 minute break. And Naomi and I will play some Final Fantasy to round out the night, okay? But the articles, we finished a lot of them. Thanks for being here, everyone. You guys are the best. Thanks for all your support today. That was the weekly sip. We'll see you in a few minutes, okay? Thanks for watching, everyone. BRB. Dev needs a second dinner. Fuck you.